Oh, hey, someone's here. Hello, someone. Oops. Well, someone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be experimenting with a new pattern for a knitted headband to keep your ears warm in the fall. And also, well, it'll probably keep your ears warm in the BC winter where I am, but not a prairie winter. It won't be thick enough for that one, because prairie winter is hella cold. Alright, so all my needles here are out of action, in case you're curious. And so that I have something to say, I'm going to tell you about this. So I can spin my yarn carrier around without engaging any of them to work. So we're going to start by putting those guys down and into work. Like that. There we go. Make sure all our latches are open. And then we're going to get our work started by hanging our cast-on basket, which looks like this. It's a little sock. So this is going to hang down underneath. And then we'll hang some weights off of it, because this process does not work unless there's quite a bit of weight on here, more weight than you would expect. I was kind of surprised when I first started doing this, how much weight it actually takes. I mean, I guess it's kind of like 3 pounds, which is not a crazy amount, but if you think of like hanging 3 pounds on your sock, it's kind of, I don't know, it was more than I was expecting anyway. So we just start by hanging our little middle rings on every other needle here. Oops, got that one, nice. And making sure it doesn't pop up. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. So I can't put the needles down where the yarn carrier is at the moment, so I'm just going to temporarily hang this over here. And we're going to get the machine threaded with our junk yarn here. It's junk because I've used it a lot, 100 times at least already. I like to reuse my junk yarn. Some people just cut it off and don't reuse it, but I think it also makes a cleaner finished product, because you don't have to get all the little fuzzes off when you cut the yarn. Also, so what you can't see is that I have a guide for my yarn that it's this pole here. It goes up and it just guides the yarn so that it ends up falling or not getting tangled in anything. I leave myself a nice little tail there. I've got a yarn threaded through the yarn carrier. And don't forget to add your weight. So we've got my little buckle here. And what you do is, so you saw how long my cast-on basket was. I just thread it up through here, and by the weight, it grabs onto the fabric there. Just adding that underneath. And I've got my nice little weights hanging over here. So this is about 3 pounds. Maybe it's 2.5, something like that. Just hang that onto my belt buckle underneath. There. Ta-da! We've got weight. Okay, remember to take this guy off. And we hold it and we can get started. The rest of our needles back in work. Like so. And I just want to keep the rest of our guys back on here. Get the rest of our stitches, making sure all our latches are open. So for anyone who's a knitter out here, this is the cast on process. There we go. So carry on. Sometimes you notice the yarn doesn't catch, and that's one of the reasons why we start with the garbage yarn. Scrap yarn. Oh, no latch got caught there. So that we can make sure all of our needles have something on there before we get started with our good yarn. And there. Ta-da. Nice. We can just look and see if your tension is correct or not, if all of your latches are falling open properly, etc. And then we're going to come to the end of our yarn here. And we're going to switch over to our good yarn. So take this guy out, leave a tail. It's important for later. Oops. And that. We're threading our yarn through again, through our carrier, up at the top. Not our carrier, the yarn carrier is the yarn carrier. The yarn stand guide thingy. Okay. Got my trusty crochet hook. Good for so many things other than just crocheting. And for this, I'm going to leave a really long tail because the way I want to do this is I want to make one of those headbands that like scrunches up, kind of like a bow. So I want this actually to at least be the length all the way around. Oh, yeah, that's close enough. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Make sure that's not tangled. Got our tension. Oh, oh dear. Well, we'll just make it nice and long. There. So we got all our yarn in the right spot here. So what I'm going to be doing here is we're going to go most of the way around. And I'm going to take our tapestry needle and thread our yarn. And we're going to go through every stitch, which is actually a lot. This is a 60 stitch barrel. No, it's not long. Do 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 do. Just imagine you're in an elevator. No, that's not very exciting. What I'm doing is way more exciting than being in an elevator. Well, anyway, I haven't figured out how to get music, so you get my own singing. Do 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 do. Am I doing the right thing even? You know what? I don't think I am. You know, new patterns. I did say experimenting in the title, so might have to knit a second row actually to see. That's okay, hopefully it shouldn't take too long to go back. There we go. I think we'll try knitting a second row and then we can kind of see what's going on. Okay. There. Oh, yeah. That's right. I didn't have the right spots. It's my first time trying this, so we'll see how it goes. Try again. So the thing is, I don't know if the one person who's watching this is a knitter or not, but when you cast on this, there's no, it's not a cast on that it doesn't make a finished edge, so you have to do that kind of yourself. You have to figure that out, and I don't like sewing up my edges with Kitchener stitch, if you know what that is. So plus I think I have a good idea for a pattern now. Here, yeah, that's what we have to do. So each of these stitches needs to be hung on something or the whole work is going to become unraveled. And I found that out the hard way a couple of times. So just going to go through each of these. Thank you for watching, whoever you are. I hope it's my friend. Or a potential friend. Well, if you came here for cranking, it's gonna be a little bit, and that's okay with me Oop, my yarn's getting all twisted up. There. Okay. Nope, still twisted up. There we go. Maybe. Now we're caught on a needle. Oh, I'm getting all confused here. I can't even see what I'm doing. Alright, hold on. There. Maybe. Well, there just comes a time when you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. So I don't have multiple cameras. And my hands are not that flexible. Do 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 boop boop ba do bum da da dum da dum do dee dum dee dum 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 da dum dum dee dum dee dum 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 dee dum dum da dum da dum 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 dee dum dee dum dee dum dee dum dee dum ba-dum 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 bum dum ba-da-dum ba-dum ba-dum bum. I'm just knitting and having a good time with myself. Oh yeah, knitting and doing needlework. We do boo 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 boo. I love to knit. I love to knit. It is a favorite pastime of mine. I love to sing to myself, and I guess anyone is maybe watching. Alright, we gotta finish cranking the rest of our row here. That's where we started. Let's go past that a little ways. Oops, sorry guys, sorry. Okay. And keep going. Do ba 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 do do ba do. Lost our yarn. There we go. Oh man, hope we have enough. I can sort of, you can see I can start pulling it through and I can just get a little bit more. Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do do ba 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 ba do ba do ba do ba. Just knitting with myself, knitting with myself. The coolest person that I do know. Oh yeah. All right. I think we made it all the way around. I'm gonna put one more in here just in case. Oh, there. Okay. Good. Now we can get to the exciting part. Cranking. That's the most exciting part. It's kind of like, you know, if anyone's a sewer or really a crafter of any sort, you know, like the sewing is only like a quarter of the time you put in. The rest is like sizing your pattern and cutting things out and measuring and all that. Alright, so now I have to like count my rows and stuff, so I'm just going to be counting for a little while. I have to figure out how long I actually want this to be. Didn't think about that before I did this. We're at 1, 2, 3 rows. Well, let's go for 100 and see how it goes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, my yarn got a little tangled up. Ah, that's better. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, someone left a comment for me. Oh, hi, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you're still here, but I appreciate it. Oh, you're streaming too. I thought you guys did on Wednesdays. But anyway. Thank you. Oh, I lost count. Thanks a lot. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29. What comes after 29? 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oh, I think my weight's got. Fix that guy there. Gotta be careful your weight doesn't drop on the ground. 60, what was I at? 60? I hope so. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Oh, we had a little mistake there. Oh no, that's my yarn joint. That's fine. 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Maybe I should do some in slow motion so you can see it. This is 99. I see them. So it raises the needle up and the little latch gets free of its loop. And then as it goes through the loop, I don't know how well you guys can see. It's a little bit blurry, isn't it? Well, it's really cool anyway. You can see maybe better on this side. Well, we're at 100. Okay. So, let's see if I can show you my work coming out here. Yeah, I think that's long enough. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Alright. Can you see it? Can you? Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So it's going all the way down and around. There's my junk yarn. And there's my good yarn. So, I'm going to do one more row because I stopped here and I went a little past. Just want things to be a little bit even out. Oh yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to take my needles up out of work. My fancy dancy crescent tool. Like that. There. Everyone's up out of work. And then that makes it easy. Around like that. We're going to cut our yarn. Boop. Gonna get our needle out again. Of course, I put it all away and get it out again. Alright. That guy off to the side. So, once again, we're going to thread our needle and we're going to go through every stitch. We're going to pull them tight and then we're going to attach the two ends together and it's going to look so great, hopefully. Go through this way this time. And we're back to this again. So you see the knitting is really like not very much. It takes a while. You guys didn't see me putting the needles on the machine, getting it ready for work, getting the machine hung up and like casting off takes for freaking ever. But that's okay. I love it. It is so awesome to be working with this machine. I love you, machine. I've considered naming it, and I haven't yet. My partner thinks that would be weird, but I think it would be cool. But I just don't know what to name it. The company is Auto Knitter, which is, you know, that is what it is, but... And the slogan for the company is better than 100 hands. Because if you think about making socks for, you know, a family as a housewife back in the 1920s or something like that, you'd have to knit those all by hand. And like, if you're a good knitter, I'm not a fast knitter. I'm a decent knitter, but not a fast one. Hand knitting. And like, it takes a long time to make a sock. Like one sock, a plain sock, I don't know, for me it takes like 8 hours at least. And probably for a faster knitter, they could do it in like 4 or something. I'm sure these housewives were like way faster than me, because I don't do it super often. But then to get this, that would free up a huge amount of your time. Not have to knit your own, like hand knit your own socks. You can make a sock on this thing, a small sock, in about 45 minutes or so. Depending, a large sock takes closer to an hour, just over. And that's like, yeah, you would have saved hours every year. And you know, knit socks are amazing. I think they're much better than store-bought socks, like keeping you warm. But they do not last quite as long as store-bought, and they wouldn't have lasted as long, especially not back then when they were made of 100% wool, because wool wears out faster than plastic. Depending on the wool, there's some very, very good wools, but so you'd have to make yourself like quite a few socks in a year. Actually, and it also allowed women to start actually their own businesses. So often, these machines would be sent to women for free, with yarn also, and the company wanted them to make the socks, and they would buy them off these women. And so suddenly, I mean, this wasn't the only, it was happening in a lot of other industries too, but you could be a housewife in your home, and you could work from home, and you could still run the house, but you could also earn some extra income for yourself or your children or your family or whatever. And you could actually make quite a good wage making socks. I've read historical accounts of women being able to make 12 pairs of socks and making the equivalent of, like, I'm in Canada, I don't know where my viewers are, but it would be above minimum wage in Canada. The equivalent would probably be approximately $300 in a day, in today's money, which is quite a lot, especially if you have a partner that's also working. And so you could be quite well off just making socks in your home. So I think actually this was one of the things that helped women gain a little bit of financial independence back in the early 1900s and beyond. Now, I'm not a historian, so don't quote me on those dates, but it's just the general idea. You know, and it's kind of crazy if you think of these socks being made in China, and you can go to Walmart or whatever and buy a pair of socks for like 99 cents. And those are knitted by machine. Not like hand machine, but like machine, 100% mechanical. But someone has to put in the labor to grow all of the material, because most socks are made out of cotton and some sort of plasticky thing, polyamide, rayon, whatever. But it just kind of makes you think, you know, how are those socks being produced so that they can be sold for 99 cents a pair? It just boggles my mind. So I have to charge so much for my socks. And it takes time. Even with a hand knitter. So anyway, that's my story about the history of my machine. I think I started with wanting to name it. I think that's where we started off. But, you know, in all likelihood, you have me on in mute or something like that, so you can't hear this. That's okay. It's a good story that I told myself. Good job, me. You're a good storyteller. And we've almost come back around. Whoever's watching, don't go away. You're not at the exciting part yet. It gets so much more exciting. Well, if you're a knitter, it's exciting anyway. When I first got my machine, it's a bit of a learning curve. I was already a knitter, so at least there was that. But, oh dear. I think we might run out of yarn again. Yeah, my machine, I do have an instruction manual, the original instruction manual that it came with. But I don't know if you've ever read instruction manuals from like 100 years ago. They're not, it's like recipe books from 100 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, you just take the butter, the sugar, and the flour and the salt, and you mix them all together, and then you have bread, ta-da! And they don't give you any amounts, or like, yeah, it's like that. Anyway, if you've ever done that. So, there's lots of patterns in that book, but I have a hard time figuring them out. And I learn by doing more so. So, I'm making my own patterns. Here we go, last stitch, and then we're going to take this guy off the machine. There we go. Okay, there we go. First we gotta take off our weight. Yeah, we took off our buckle there. Hang those guys up, right? It's the way that I take things off the machine. I don't know. I've watched a few other people and they think they do it differently, but just basically pull them up. See all the little latches close. It's not always the greatest. Sometimes the yarn gets caught on the hooks. They're very catchy. Very, very catchy. I'm just going to take it off here. Okay. So you can see we have a tube here. I'll move my keyboard and adjust my camera for you guys. See my beautifully messy desk. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I have to drink my tea. Alright, so we've got this lovely tube here. And you might be thinking, how on earth is that ever going to become a headband? Well, as soon as I take off my scrap yarn, I will show you. In the meantime, please enjoy the musical stylings of Andrea Klassen-Koop, trained musician, very professional. I've had years of practice humming to myself. Why, thank you, yes. Don't all applaud at once. Appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna begin with a little ditty called I Made This Shit Up on the Spot. Goes something like this. Shoobity boop bop betty bop boop bop beep bop boop. Shoobity boop bop betty bop boop bop. Shoobity boop bop betty bop boop. Shoobity bitty bitty boop boop. And nothing's falling to pieces, so like that's a great sign. Yeah. This is going good so far, guys. Going good. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them up in chat. I probably won't see them for the next 5 minutes because I'll forget to look, but I'll get there eventually. I wonder if it'd be easier from the other side. No, it's better on this side. You can clearly see which one you need to take out next. Doobity boop bop buddy bop boop. Shoobity boop bop. Buddy bop boop. This yarn, my scrap yarn's getting real old. I probably need to replace it. Maybe I will try the other side. Here. Here we go. Yeah, that is faster, actually. Doo-ba-doo bop buddy bop boop bop buddy bop bop boop. Shoo-ba-doo bop buddy bop boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop beep bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo doop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba-doo ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba-dee bop boop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba-doo ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop. Shoo bop boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba-doo ba-doo doo bop ba shoo-ba-doo boop boop bop beep bop boop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop. Shoo-ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo beep bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop ba shoo-ba-doo boop bop. Shoo-ba-doo bop beep bop boop. Shoo-ba-doo beep bop ba shoo-ba-doo boop. Shoo-ba-doo beep bop ba shoo-ba-doo boop. Shoo-ba-doo beep bop ba shoo-ba-doo boop. Shoo-ba-doo beep bop. Shoo-ba-doo ba-doo. Boop-ba-doo boop boop. Boo-ba-doo boop bop. Ba-doo-ba-doo boop bop. Ba-doo boop boop. I'm making knitted items, and it is so cool. Knitting is so interesting, and I am so cool too. Thank you for watching, whoever you are. Thank you for watching, yes indeed. I am knitting, and knitting is cool. Hope you think it is cool too. I'm singing something that's probably copyright. I should not do that. Shoo-ba-doo bop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop bop bop. Ah, I got a little stuck there. We're getting there. We're making progress. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop. Shoo-ba-doo boop bop ba shoo-ba-doo bop 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 bow. Doo-ba-doo boop Ba-doo-ba-doo-boop, boop, ba-doo. Doo-ba-doo-boop, bop, doo-ba-doo-bop, ba-doo-ba-doo-boop, ba-doo. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-doo-ba-doo-bop, doo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-doo-ba-doo-bop, doo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-doo. Ah! Yeah, it's getting long. Doo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-doo-ba-doo-bop, doo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boop, boop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-boo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. Shoo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boo-ba-doo-boo. Da-ba-da-bop, shoo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-boo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo, bop, ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-boop, bop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, bop, bop. Wow. Getting there, guys. We're getting there. Just little ways. And then we will see how this goes together. Got a bit of sewing to do yet. Ah! Split my yarn. Alright, I'm gonna just pretend like that didn't happen. Do-ba-do-boo, do-do-boo, ba-do-bop-bop-bow. Shoo-ba-doo-boo, shoo-ba-doo-boo, do-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo, do-ba-doo-boo, do-ba-doo-boo, do-ba-doo-boo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba, shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, bop-boo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba, shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boo-boo, ba-shoo-ba-doo-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boo-boo, ba-shoo-ba-doo-boo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boo-boo-ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-boo, bop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-boo, bop, ba-shoo-ba-doo-boo, bop, bow. Almost there, almost there, almost there. We will be done soon. We will be, well, okay, we'll be done this part soon. And then we'll get to the next part soon. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, almost done. Ah, oh, there we go. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh, I think we've got a little bit of felting going on. There. Nope, there. Almost. Yarn's getting real long here. Nope, that's because I'm pulling on the wrong yarn. Dum-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, dum-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Okay, oh, that to the side. Oh, well, there, yeah. Now, what we're gonna do here, how is that looking? Yeah, I can see. So I would like to pull these edges together tight. See, it looks kind of crinkly there. But, well, definitely one of those days. Okay, we're back. All right. So, okay, just have to slide the guys along here. It's not getting all the way to the end. It's getting crinkly. There. Yeah, and then we want to do the same on this side. Ah, that one worked better. And then I would like to attach these, and that's the part where I don't know how. Oh, look at that. That's kind of nice, hey? But this is one for a child, I suppose. Even it's not, so it's a little stretchy, but it's not that stretchy. So this will be a shorter one. Or maybe it would go around a jar or something. No, you know what? I tried these on jars, and they need a bottom. Because otherwise, you just go, and it slides off. Yep. Well, anyway, let's sew this together here. Got one of our nice long ends. I'm not quite sure how exactly, but it looks like a cute little bow. Ta-da! Ta-da! Oh yeah, here. Much better. Okay, I'm gonna start sewing. I hope you like jazz, because I do. Now, do I want to loosen it, sew it together? No, I think I want it tight. You know, and then you can do that whole twist. I think you can do the twisting thing like that, and then it's all twisty. Maybe not. We're not going to do that this time. I'm going to stick with this. It needs to be longer for an adult, because that's definitely not going to fit on my head, and my head is not large. Just, how can we do this to make it look real pretty? Do it this way. This way. Yeah, this one's not crinkling up. There must be something must be stopping it from going further. I feel like, because this way I want it to go. Don't want to rip it either. Well, it's gonna have to be good enough for now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Do some sewing now. At the bottom. I'm just gonna try random. See how that goes. Look cool like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm sewing, 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 I'm sewing. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, if you're a professional knitter, that's not how you do it. To that I say, well, I'm doing something. So that's good enough for right now. I will finish this before, or like figure out how to do it properly later on when I get to my Etsy, or before I put it in my Etsy store. So you can just keep your ideas about how I'm doing this to yourself, as all two of you are doing already. Thank you. Shoot, where do I want to go here? That's nope, can't sing that one. Excuse me. Yeah, don't forget my tea. It's cold, but it's good anyway. I like my tea any temperature. Shoo-ba-doo-boo, ba-doo-ba-doo-boo, do-do-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo-boo, shoo-ba-doo-boo, ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. Oh, where are we? We're going this way. That. Just gonna finish sewing up. We're back at the beginning. The other side there. Just gonna make that. And so and some more. And so and some more. And so and some more. And so and so. I think we're back at the beginning-ish. Alright. That's what we have. I think it looks alright. I'm not sure if I would want to put something over that or not. But I wish I had like something to put it on. I don't have a baby's head because I feel like that's what this is gonna fit over. Yeah, maybe my mug will not be good enough for my jar, my water jar. There. Does it look finished enough? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to ask some people. Can let me know, you guys, what you think. Maybe it needs a little something. Yet. I don't know. I'd wear that if my head was small enough. I think someone would want to take a picture of their... You know, it's like one of those little turban earmuffs. I'll have to do some tests in our BC winters to see how warm these actually keep my ears. So I find that knitted items, the wind just blows through with your ears. But I've never made one double thick. So. There you guys go. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to check out any of my other knitted items, I have an Etsy store. Even if you can't buy anything, just stopping by helps me out a lot. Thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to DM me if you have any questions or you want to talk. Yeah, have a great evening. Thanks for listening to me sing and talk to myself for a whole fucking hour. That's amazing. You guys are the best. Have a good evening.